Hey honey, I'm currently visiting my mom in her house. Things are not looking so good. The house is really messy. She hasn't eaten much in the past few days and she hasn't been talking much as well. I think my father's death is really taking a toll on her. I can't see her like this. I asked if she wants to go out and do something, but she refused to even get out of bed. It's been a few weeks since my father passed. I thought she would at least start feeling better.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I guess things must be really hard on her. Maybe I can cook something hearty and send it over, then we all can eat it together. I'm sure that would at least make her feel less lonely.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned about making her less lonely. I've been thinking about letting my mom stay with us for a little while, just until she can get better. Plus, I'm sure she'll be happy to help you out at the home too. I'm sure it takes her mind off things. I just feel like the house reminds her too much of my father, you know? It's best we keep her away from that for the time being until she's feeling better.
Oh yeah, sure. If you think that's the best for her, then I guess we should let her stay with us for a while. Being close to you will certainly help her feel better as well.
Thanks, honey. I'm glad you're understanding of the situation.
No worries. Well, I'll be cooking some good food and we can all eat together for dinner when you guys arrive. I'll prepare her room as well.
Thank you. You're the greatest. I'll see you soon.
You're a great son, honey. I'm happy you're willing to take care of your mom and make her feel better. A week later. Hey, Nia. I need you to help me buy something. Hi, Susan. Yeah, sure. Do you need anything from the grocery store? I'll get it for you when I pass by the store soon. Yes, Nia. I need you to buy me a caviar from the store at the Greenwood Street. One my husband used to go to. Just mention his name. They will know what it's for. Remember, I don't want the one in brown tin because they're cheaper and not something my taste bud would like. I want you to get the one in small blue tin. That is my favorite caviar. I want you to get 3 of them alongside with some fresh baked bread. Remember, just the blue tin as it's the only one that would suit my taste bud. Anything else you bought, it will go into the trash. I'm sorry to ask, but may I know how much this caviar would normally cost? They sound extremely pricey. They are around $250 for one tin. 3 of them, please. $250? I'm sorry, Susan, but I'm afraid I can't afford to spend that much money on caviar. Me and Will are saving money up for the baby, and we're planning to renovate the baby's room before he's born too. What are you saying? Are you saying that you won't buy me the caviar then? Do you have any idea how much I've been wanting them? Are you joking with me? Is this how you treat your mother-in-law? No, it's not that. I'd be more than happy to get you whatever you like. It's just caviar is a little bit too expensive for my budget. We don't have that much money. Even Will is struggling with his business. Oh, what a sad life I'm living. My husband, who I love dearly and who can take care of me so wonderfully, has passed away, and nobody seems to care. My poor son is married to someone who can't even think of me as her own mother and buy me the things I want. My wonderful husband, he'd bring me home caviar every week and we would eat it together for breakfast and laugh together watching the television. Oh, how I miss my husband. God, oh God, why is my life so difficult? I can't even get anything to remind me of my husband anymore because my daughter-in-law can't even afford it. Why didn't God just take me away instead of him? He was a good man. He deserves to live. I should be the one who died. Susan, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that it was something you and your husband used to do. I didn't mean to make you feel this way. Please don't say that. William needs you. He can't lose you after losing his father. I'm so sorry I made you feel this way. Look, let me see what I can do. Perhaps I can push certain plans for the baby. Don't worry about it. Would it be okay for me to purchase only one? Do you not get it, Nia? 3 is the right number. My husband would bring 3 things per week for us to eat. Why are you trying to ruin our tradition? Just because he's dead doesn't mean I should forget about it. No, that's really not what I meant, Susan. Don't worry. I'll try to see what I can do and get you those caviar. I'll see you at home. You better come back with those. Or else, what is the point of me living in this house if it only brings me nothing but misery? Hey, Nia, where are you? I called you so many times and you haven't been picking up. Are you avoiding me or something? Hey, Susan, I'm so sorry. I left my phone in my car when I went to the store. I really wasn't ignoring you. Is everything okay at home? Is there anything that you want for me to bring home? I can bring home some lunch and we can eat them together if you haven't had anything for lunch. Yes, lunch would be great. I need you to buy me the pastrami sandwich from Big Mike's Diner. I want one without any extra sauces. For the cheese, I would only want Swiss cheese and provolone. I like only 2 slices of tomatoes, no less or more, as that's how my husband used to do it. Big Mike's Diner, as in the one 2 hours away from here? Yes, where else would they be? Stop asking pointless questions and go get them for me. Don't mess up the order. Susan, I'm sorry, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't think I can drive 2 hours to get the sandwich. Maybe we can ask William to get it another time when he has free time. I have a doctor's appointment in an hour. If I get the sandwich, then I wouldn't make it to my appointment. I don't care about your doctor's appointment. You can do that anytime. Can't you reschedule? I really want the sandwich and I don't want to wait for another day just to eat them. I'm sorry, but I really can't. I can't just simply cancel my doctor's appointment. I need to check on the health of the baby, your grandson. Plus, I don't think it would be healthy for me to be driving that long when I'm 7 months pregnant. Excuses after excuses. Don't be such a baby. When I was pregnant with William, I did all sort of things and I am doing fine, and so is he. I know this is just one of those excuses you make so that you can make me more miserable than I already am. Why is it so hard for me to get the sandwich that my husband used to get for me? It's one of the memories left of him that can help me go through the day when things get hard. My husband would never make excuses like you. My poor son William, I wonder how he survives living with you all these years. God, why won't he just take me away? I want to be dead with my husband. I don't want to live here with this horrible woman. Susan, please don't say that. That is not true at all. I have nothing against you, and I would never want to make you miserable. Please don't wish death upon yourself. Look, maybe I can go tomorrow. I'll be freer then. I already told you. I want it today. I've been thinking about it non-stop today. Are you trying to torture me by making me wait another day? My husband would never make me wait for things that I really want. Oh God, why can't you just take me away too? Fine, Susan. I'll cancel my doctor's appointment and I'll drive to the restaurant to get you the sandwich. Please stop wishing death upon yourself. William would be heartbroken to hear that. Be quick. Don't waste my time. Hey, Susan. Were you home all day yesterday? Yes. What is it now? Are you accusing me of stealing things in your house? What? No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I just want to ask you regarding the baby's room. You've seen it before when you first came. We painted it blue because the baby's a boy and we think it would suit him a lot. We even put up a lot of different toys we think the baby might like. You know where I'm going with this, Susan? The color is hideous. I don't feel good looking at it. And I believe the baby would feel the same way as me. What are you saying now? The blue color of the room that you painted, it's hideous. It really doesn't suit the baby. It's better off with the current color. I love it more this time. So it was you who changed the color of the room without our permission? I'm sorry to say this, but that is very disrespectful. That's my baby, and I deserve to know anything before you make changes to anything. Plus, this is my house. Just because we let you stay here doesn't mean you can make all the decisions that you like behind my back. Oh, I didn't know I have to be asking permission to make changes in the house that my son lives in. What a disrespectful thing to say to me. Without me raising my son to be the man that he is, he wouldn't be here to be the good man for you. You should have been more grateful that I even agreed to stay here. I don't understand what you're trying to say. I've been kind enough to let you stay here for your healing. And you're ruining it. How exactly am I ruining your healing for you? My husband hates the color blue. It reminded him of the big blue house he grew up in. It was an abusive household. We ensure to always eliminate the color blue from our house. I don't understand, why can't you do the same? Look, I'm really sorry about what he went through, and I understand how it could be hard for him, but I still don't think that it's right for you to apply the same rules to my house. It's not fair for me. Fairness? Is that all you care about? You think the world is fair when my husband is taken away from me? No, that is not what I'm trying to say. That's enough. No need to speak to me. This conversation is making things harder for me, and I don't want to deal with it. I need to speak to you about your mom.
I've heard it from her. Did you really disrespect her and told her that she has to ask for permission for everything that she's going to do? That's not very nice of you. You know what she's going through.
Of course I know what she's going through, but it isn't fair that I am being turned into a victim of her situation. Do you even know what's actually going on? She has been trying to take over the house and things that I've been doing.
You're being too much. You know she's my mom. Please don't speak of her that way. All I'm asking you is to be more considerate of her situation. She's going through a lot. Can't you just hold back for a few weeks more until she's better?
Fine. I'm doing this for you and out of respect.
It's going to be James Clark Jr.
Sorry? What are you referring to, Susan?
The child.
What? Are you talking about my baby? My son?
Who else would I be talking about? The name of that child would be James Clark Jr.
Wait, what are you trying to say? Sorry, Susan, but that's not what I'm naming the baby. Me and Will already discussed this in the past. We will be naming the baby Harold after my father, who did a lot for me growing up.
I disagreed. He should be named after my husband. Your second child can have your father's name if you want to, but the first one should honor my husband. This is our grandchild after all.
This is my father's first grandchildren as well. If you like, we can put your husband's name as the baby's middle name. That's all I can offer to you. I can't agree with your request.
Middle name? Is that all my husband worth to you? All he ever wanted when he was alive was to have grandchildren, but you took too long to get pregnant. Now that he's gone, I want to at least have the child be named after him. Is that so hard? At least your father is still alive. Isn't that enough for you?
You know I have issues that made it hard for me to get pregnant. It's not like we did it on purpose. Will my father be appreciated only when he passed away? I'm sorry, but it's not possible. I will not change the name of my baby just because you asked me to. You have no say.
How rude of you to speak to me that way. William will know about this. You are being super disrespectful. That's not a way to speak to your mother-in-law. You know I'm still grieving. What is it now that you do, Nia? My mom just called me crying.
Did she tell you what happened? Is it another made-up story on how I'm the villain who disrespected her and her grieving period?
I already told you not to speak about my mom that way. When will you learn?
Your mom tried changing our baby's name. She wants to name it after your father. We agreed we will name it after my father.
Why is it such a big deal? Just change the name to James Clark Jr. as she asked. We will name the second child after your father's name. Isn't that easier than arguing non-stop?
Are you kidding me? So just take whatever your mom has to say?
I told you, she's going through a hard time. She's trying to hold on to as many pieces of memories that she can of my father, as much as possible. You won't understand.
Why? Because my father is still alive, and therefore I should never appreciate him, and I should only care of yours because he passed? Let's be real. You never really cared about your father anyway when he was alive. Are you expecting me to do the same?
How dare you say that to me? You're being overdramatic. How could you disrespect your mother-in-law just because you want things to go your way?
Of course I want things to go my way. This is my child.
I'm done talking to you. Unless you calm down and come to your senses, then don't speak to me.
Gladly.
I will be in the labor room with you. Since that is my first grandchild, I'd love to be the first to hold it as well. I'm telling you this now so you won't come up with excuses later on about you planning, just like when I asked you to change the name.
Sorry, Susan, but I can't let you in the labor room with me. It would be a very vulnerable moment for me, so I would prefer to have my mother and my husband in it instead. You'll be able to see the baby after he's born.
How could you? I am the child's grandmother. I deserve to be there to see it. You don't get to kick me out.
Sorry, Susan, but I really won't be able to let you in. I'm not comfortable having you in it. I prefer to have my own mother.
I know what this is all about. You're still hating on me because of what happened.
Look, Susan, I don't care about those anymore. I forgive you for changing the baby's room, for making me do things that are too hard for a pregnant woman, for trying to change the name of the baby. I want to give birth without a negative feeling.
Oh no, it's not that. You're mad at me because your husband loves me more than he loves you.
What? I never thought about it that way.
Of course you did. You've always been the jealous kind. You are always so visibly upset that he would always choose me over you. He loves me more than anything.
He's your son. It doesn't matter how much he loves you. His life will always be with me. What are you trying to say?
No, he's always going to be mine. You stole him from me and now you're stealing my grandson from me. I would never let you.
You're out of your mind.
I hope he divorces you. You're a selfish bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? You made my mom cry again.
What did I even do wrong? Your mother is obsessed with you and our baby.
What the heck does that even mean? You're losing your mind, Nia.
I'm carrying our child and I've been in so much stress since your mom came to live with us and the hell that she put me through. You never cared, you always side with her even though it's obvious that she was wrong.
How dare you? She's going through a lot.
Enough with that bullshit! None of you guys cared that much about your father when he was alive. I was the only one who visited him so often. Your mother hated him. Why are you pretending like you don't know?
Don't you dare speak about my parents that way. They were in love. They were perfect together. You are out of your mind. How dare you? You don't belong in this house. No one should disrespect my parents that way.
That's it. I'm done with you. We're getting a divorce. I will gladly leave this house if it means I don't have to deal with you and your mom anymore.
What are you even doing? Moving all your things into my house and locking me out. You don't deserve to even step your dirty feet in here. Come back and take all your things with you.
Sorry? You mean my house? Can you please stop trying to open the door or else I'm gonna have to call the police on you. Please leave.
Are you out of your fucking mind? This is the house that my husband and I have been living in forever. It's my house now that he's dead. Get out and let me in. How did you even get the key, you thief?
Oh, you must have not heard.
Heard what? Get out.
Your husband wrote on his will that once he passed, this house will be passed down to me. You don't get a cent of his money. You can stop pretending now, Susan. You never cared for him. You were abusive to him. You even brainwashed William to hate him. Initially, I thought it was guilt that changed you, but I figured it was all an act. You don't care that he died. You care about his money.
What? That's impossible. Why would he give it to you and not me? That's ridiculous.
Is it though? I took care of him like he was my own father. I cared for him more than you and William do. That poor guy, he died knowing that you are all going to be chasing his money. If you have any issues with the will, please contact his lawyer. They will explain everything to you. But for now, please leave me alone and leave my property, or else I'll call the police on you.
Wait. No, Nia, listen. It wasn't an act. I do care for him. I care for you too. You're the best daughter-in-law. I'm sorry for everything.
I knew you would say this. Enough and leave my property. The police are on their way.
Honey, I'm really sorry.
How did I ever miss this? You are just like your mother. Even your apology, it disgusts me. It's all about money, isn't it?
No, you know how much I love you. My mother, she got into me, but I know better now.
I know better now too. I know not to trust someone like you and your mother. Leave. A few weeks after that, the divorce between Nia and William are finalized. Nia was able to get full custody of her baby, and she was also able to live comfortably thanks to the inheritance that her father-in-law passed down to her. On the other hand, Susan was still in disbelief that her husband didn't pass down anything to her on his will. She even tried breaking in the house a few times, but caught by the police. As for William, he has been struggling a lot after the divorce as he realized how true the things that Nia has always said about his mother. But yet, he is still stuck with her as she has nowhere to live. Both grew to hate each other and blame each other for the misfortune.